Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Tuesday, January 30th. We're going to take a look at Pixelworks today. So Pixelworks had this come out earlier today. Shares soared a 52-week high on Disney team up. Shares of Pixelworks hit a 52-week high after the company reached a deal with Walt Disney Studios to bring some films that use its TrueCut motion technology to home entertainment devices. Stock surged 65%. It was around $213 this time a year ago. And the company said Tuesday that they have entered into a multi-year agreement to bring a collection of TrueCut motion-graded titles to select home entertainment devices. So obviously, the market is absorbing this well. Now, of interest, this stock has been through this price point before, so we actually have some things to go off of. So I threw some levels on here. If Pixelworks does continue to push, this 249, it might actually act more like a 250 psychological level, just meaning that approach to 250 might get real sticky if folks are a little unsure. We see right now it's at 216, so a level below that I have 228, seems to have acted as some solid resistance previously. I would note that up here, you see this gap on this day, when the stock came down on this day, it's just about a 4% move or so, but it did leave this gap, and it would get into this gap at about 270, and it would fill it at about 275, so not the hugest gap, but the extent to which it may add some gravitational pull to the stock that's already trying to climb, maybe it gets into play. Obviously, right now it's retreating, unable to really approach that 250 level. So that's obviously first things first, right? And for that matter, at this point, it's under the 228. But if it does continue to draw down, actually, the $2 level you would think would play sort of a psychological role. If you look through here, like just where this line is, to me, it's not been as strong as this like 192 level that we see there. So we'll see where that exactly falls into place, but obviously huge range for it to move through if it decides to, and some interesting levels, including those gaps. Now obviously it's left a big gap down here. If folks are interested, we can come back and take another look at it once it sort of makes a determination on where it goes. We can add in the extra gaps and whatnot and see sort of what's taking shape. Now on the think or swim side of things, this obviously puts it way up out of the channel. So we'll see what happens if it sort of really, obviously it's already really dragging this channel up. If it continues to do that, it could be quite interesting. And we, really good call out here by the TTM squeeze indicator actually on a retrigger and a refire, which is one of my favorite setups. So it was pinned to the mid-range of the channel here. It triggered, it fired, and it didn't really do anything. This sort of like wavy gravy, not much of anything. Back to the mid-range, started to trigger again, and then it fired. And just a few days later, we get this puppy all the way up here, right now up over 45% or so, and looking quite interesting. If we do pull in the levels here, we could see if we grab some of these ATR levels, these are scalp levels, so just keep that in mind on the 10-minute chart. So right now trying to hold over this highest ATR here. I think that's the 216 level that you see up here. Had stretched previously to that 244, which the highest ATR level for later on the day is at like 230. So we'll see if that sort of comes into play or not, but this can be helpful certainly when you're looking at something on the daily chart, which is just really divorced from the channel at the moment. But like I said, interesting downturn here on the lower bound of the channel, sharp uptick on the upper bound, so we'll see if that gets dragged up and where those two intersect again sometime in the future. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week is off to a good start, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.